Now, everybody is Geekswagg Live. Hit the intro, buddy.
Oh, don't do it. Your sister. That's right. No, hey, listen. You know what? It's funny because the other day, Stacy in the office, she's talking about everybody in IT got a big head. So you know what? We do, yo. We do got some large domes. It's all good.
Get it right. Get it right. You got it right. You got it right.
Make him feel bad.
Hey, it's Makita, aka the Grim Freaker. Hi, everybody. I know, right? Because they can't see that already.
Maybe. There's a train? I didn't see the train. Oh. That's okay. I'm taking the limo. Yeah, pretty much. Nah, I skipped over that. We're taking the freeway. We're not going local. Oh, we. Smoking crack. What? You can.
Yeah. He tried to come for you. Oh, you know, well, Jay, you weren't here, so you start first.
No, I was.
Here. Were you here?
I was there. Oh no, go ahead, girl. I'm still a little sleepy, so. Yeah, I was there.
What? Were you? Because I stepped in the room for a little bit. Because you know I chat. I didn't see Jay there. Jay, what were you doing?
Oh, Nikita, don't tell nobody. Keep it on the DL, baby. I know. I mean, I could just have a shirt on and no drawers. I mean, you never know about it. Oh. Hate it. I did break my glass. Oh my God, that was so bad. Right before The Walking Dead, I'm getting all amped up. I'm cleaning my glasses. Yo, it broke. Yo, I was I was tight.
You know what? That's like the equivalence to that Twilight Zone episode where the guy was like, finally, at last, he's able to like read his books, and then he breaks his glasses. That's you.
Yeah.
You finally get that Walking Dead moment.
Bro,
and
you just don't understand how tight I was. And you know what? I wasn't gonna do anything, but they were like foggy for some reason. I'm like, yo, let me clean these so I can get it on. And like, I'm talking about literally like a minute before the show's about to start. You hear me in the bathroom. Shit. So I've been going through, eyeglasses debacle for the last few days, but I'm better now. I got a new pair and I got a backup pair this time. So I'm up. No, actually, you know what? I didn't mess it up this time because the last pair they gave me headaches. So, he dialed it back a little bit for me. Wow. Ooh. Yeah, you gotta go, man. And the bad thing that happened to me too is like when I went to Provision, they closed the office down, so the lady that was there was gone. She took everything, all my prescriptions, everything. Right? Wow. So I said, you know what? Well, no. You know what? You're thinking, no worries. Provision is a network place, right? So I called one of their other offices. They're like, nah, we don't got that. I'm like, really?
Yeah.
Really? Oh my
like,
God. Yeah, that's basically, who are you? And so I was a little stuck, and I ended up, actually it was a blessing in disguise because I went to Lens Crafters. So they squeezed me in because I wasn't going to get an appointment until next week. So they squeezed me in, got my glasses last night. So within like a 2-hour period, I got an eye exam and my glasses. So I was actually happy about that. They were pretty expensive, but they had I was lucky. They have a sale going on right now. They have a 40%. If you get a second pair, you get another 40%. So, yes, yeah, it was hundreds, not thousands. So,
ladies and gentlemen,
the plus. Yes, I got to give them a shout out. They did save me last night. They did. So that's kind of all I've been doing. The only other thing is my wife kicked me off a PlayStation. So pretty much. Oh yeah. So you know what? I had to cough it up, and thank God Xbox had gold member hookup for $35. So I said, no, I'm getting my own. Yeah. So I took advantage of that, and I'm starting over again. Bring me back to Skyrim. So. You know what? She's having fun, so I don't want to take it away from her. So I told her enjoy it because when Witcher come out, we'll confiscate my job. That's a wrap. So that's pretty much it. That's it for Jade.
Oh, me. Yes, I mean. Like right now, I have it sitting right here, right next to me, so that when I'm off the show, I can jump right back into it. I've been doing this whole I've been grinding the single mission, the village quest, and I'm much further ahead than most of my friends with the village quest. However, everybody else and their mother are doing gathering quests, which means they've been, playing with other people online more, and with me working 2 jobs, I have no time to life the game. Like the game came out
what's that? Pokemon Legends?
Maybe. No, Monster Hunter. Yeah,
oh, okay.
And
I heard that was really good.
Oh, the game is amazing. Amazing.
I wasn't there.
Yeah, it was 2 episodes
On
ago.
that, son.
Yeah, it was. It's a really fantastic game. I'm enjoying it. I think that this is the best Monster Hunter that they've ever made, and I would swear everything to that. Like I would. I've been telling people left and right they're getting the game, and they are just like really happy with the choice, the recommendation that I've made. But I'm starting to do my online quest, but mostly by myself. So the online quests are for 4 hunters, up to 4 hunters. So it's like 4 times more hard if you're playing by yourself. So I've just been like grinding through the gathering quest and just like swearing and cursing, but enjoying myself at the same time.
Hate you, love you. Hate you, love you.
Yeah, pretty much. That armor is sweet. I've been putting up pictures on Facebook of different armors that I'm making. It's like, oh my gosh. No, but they got some really funky monsters on there. So and the monsters that they have brought back from the previous installments, they have better AI, they have harder moves, they react better, they make more sense. But yeah, it's like, yeah, they kind of force you to learn how to use different weapons too, which I love because some people are just like, I'm just going to stay with dual swords and then wonder why they're not going that far in the game. So I fought a Rathalos last night, which was really freaking annoying because they call him the King of the Skies, and like almost the whole fight, this dude was like flying around in the sky, but like barely like on the ground and stuff. But he would fly back and forth. But then I had a charge blade, which turned into this really large axe, and it kind of like ripped him down from the sky. So it was just really cool. Yeah,
nice.
Love that game. It is. It's awesome.
And that's only on a 3DS? I thought it was. Is it on a PC also?
No, it's not on the PC. If it were on the PC, I don't understand why they're still keeping it. Nintendo is so goddamn stingy. If they spread the love and like put it on PC, at least there will be so many more people playing Monster Hunter. You have no idea. No. Yeah. Mm-hmm. They did. They did. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Wow. Yeah, you've got. I mean, the 3DS is pretty much a solid console, a handheld console. It's pretty solid. The game that they come out with, Nintendo is really doing right by the Nintendo 3DS. But okay.
Bye bye. It was yesterday, yeah.
I heard about that. I didn't read much about it because I saw something about some mobile games or something like that. And then they were like, they're coming out with a new console. And I got excited. I did. I got really excited because, I didn't really have anything bad to say.
Yeah. Yeah, and I was laughing because I was like, nobody's gonna buy it. Yeah, right, you know, right, right, and they would. I mean, they would. I mean, I think developers are actually waiting for Nintendo to get their heads out of their asses and stop playing around. You know, sorry, Nintendo. I used to love you. No, I think they're a great company. I just don't know what the hell they're doing. When they want to do stuff, they can. I mean, they really can. They're a powerhouse, but you know, they just I just don't get some of the concept. You know, like I think you know Wii was good, but it's art. Like who you know, it seems like after the Super Nintendo, they are forcing them to make stuff that's dated, and they know it's going to be dated. And it's like you know they sit there and they say this is really what we want to do, and you're like, what? That's what you really want to do? You know, everybody got CDs. Why you still got a cartridge? Because it's better, right?
Don't hate.
Oh, yeah, I was a little bit. I still bought it though, but you know, yeah, yeah, a lot of people bought it. Yeah, so it was awesome, dude. I rocked out on Mario 64 like there was no tomorrow, son. You know, I GoldenEye. I mean, yeah, they had it was powerful for being on a cartridge. I mean, it was, but like I mean, the games were really good, and developers wanted to do it, man, but they couldn't. You know, they couldn't deal with that cartridge thing. You know, so you know that right, and it for what they wanted to do, so they ended up giving all the love to PS and Sega. Yep, we'll see what they do. Yeah, hopefully they do gamers up right. I'm ready for something Nintendo. Oh, dude, I enjoy that. Dude, I still rock that on my Galaxy.
I mean, I play that on my computer.
Star Fox. I used to love that game. That was such
Yeah,
a
I
game.
play
Star
Star
Fox.
Fox, F-Zero. I play. I've got Game Boys, Game Boy Color, Super Nintendo, Nintendo, all those on my computer, all the ROMs on my computer. I ain't playing it on no on my phone though, because that's too small.
I know. But you know what, Nikki? I tell you, sometimes I be at some boring ass party. I be rocking that Mike Tyson Punch Out. Yo. I can't do the Mario. That one's a little tough. But Mike Tyson Punch Out, what? uh, right. I don't know.
I have no idea who that is. Don't
So,
say that. I know, right? Say that and detonate stuff. What you trying to do over there?
We'll be bringing that mess here, man. We Americans, son. You know, I hate to admit this, but the only thing I've been really getting hardcore into when I'm not on my no. I've been playing that Candy Crush Soda, son. That game is that is my
Really?
dude. That's my
Really?
I know, man. See, I didn't want to
You're
say
late
anything.
though. You're mad late.
Oh man, no, it's my in between game. It's like it is. Like well, right now, I'm not. I don't think I'm gonna do the Battlefield Hardline. So I know you're gonna hate on why I'm waiting for my MLB to show, which comes out in like another week or so, and I'm getting all stoked for that. So I'm gonna be having that game up like there's no tomorrow, son. I can't. I think it might. Right. Yeah, that's kind of. I think that's what kind of people are gonna do. I think it's basically just it's just Battlefield 4 with cops and robbers, so they know it's gonna be stable, kind of deal. So that's it. And you know me, I'm still waiting on that Witcher and Batman's coming up too. So I'm excited for those. That's kind of really. But in the middle, that all I'm doing is really Dragon Age, dude. I stopped playing Call of Duty like about a month and a half ago. Just not doing that. What's he calling?
Who is that?
All right, fine. Sage, shout out, son. Shouts. Okay, I hope I'm not supporting no terrorizers right now. So,
All right. Who's that? Who's Sage? With the Sage.
uh,
You can't trust Jason. That's pretty obvious.
right. Don't
I
believe the
know.
hunt.
Getting new glasses, shouting out people, detonating stuff. What the
Kablowy. That's what we do, yo. We do glass dudes. Dude, I'm telling you, I know you guys, but yo, that's a good ass in between game, yo. You be like, what? Yeah, it's like these really silly games, man. And like, like I would normally not play this game, but it's so freaking addicting. I'm like, yo, I want to get this fat ass combo. Yeah, it's so you know what? Hate if you want to hate. It's all good. Hate on me, but I know it's like I said, it's my little in between game. It keeps me happy while while I'm just bored. No,
Mhm.
no, no.
No.
I ain't gonna fake the fuck. Ooh.
No.
Yeah, I actually enjoyed that game.
Oh. I keep eyeballing that Vita, man. I just can't, they just don't have enough games for me to want to get it. No, oh, dude, you know what? I got Father's Day coming up, man. Hopefully, I can get somebody to do it. I can try. I can try, baby. What game? Wait, what game is this you're talking
That,
about?
Battlefield Hardline.
Why wouldn't you think that people wouldn't take a chance on it? Okay, but Call of Duty does that, so why can't they?
Oh, they can. It's just I don't.
Yeah, but people do that with Call of Duty. Like, Call of Duty has been repackaging their games for a while. Let's be real here, okay? And people will shell out the money for it each and every time. Oh my god, Call of Duty has the same stuff but like better graphics. Wow, and they'll go out and just spend.
Stop calling me out, Makita.
And they'll spend that money. I'm like, what the hell is
Because that's
wrong
me
with
and
you
B,
guys? You're
Joe. We
getting
be
the
hating
same
on that
thing.
game every year. We eventually get it.
It's right, but I don't like, yeah. I didn't get Black Ops 2. I got Black Ops, which was good. Admittedly, I really do love it. The single player storyline sucked balls, but the online play really awesome. However, Black Ops 2 came out, and I was like, wow, they really trying to play us. They're giving us the same thing and putting 2 on it, and people like bought it. And then Ghost came out, and they were like, this is a dog. You should buy this game. And people like really bought into it. I did not understand it. Our fish moves. Our fish respond to you, and we have a dog. Therefore, buy it. And people bought it. Like, what the hell is that?
Which one was that one? Yeah. It was horrible. Yeah, it was just bad. Yeah, we all get caught up with Spring. Yeah, that's actually not a bad game.
I'm sorry. See, I play a couple of matches and then, you know, that's all I really need to do. A few minutes. It takes like a few minutes that I play it, and then I jump off. I don't even really spend that long on it. Unless there's like a clan war, and then my sister like jumps in and tells me that I have to play for like 2 hours so that we can win a clan war. But it pulled me in, man. I don't know. It pulled me in. It's crazy.
Yeah. No. See, anybody that likes Dynasty Warriors, I can't trust.
You know what? I say the same thing. Bomba Dynasty Warrior.
Both of y'all. I love my Dynasty Warriors. I love my Koei games. I was playing my Blade Storm Nightmare all this weekend. I was having a blast with that. I was playing my Dynasty Warriors 8 Empires. Was having fun with that too. But both of y'all, I like what I like. Y'all don't want to play it? Fine. I play by myself. Don't hate, appreciate.
No.
But,
yeah, I was gonna say.
But we will move on. We'll move on since people try and hate on my Koei Tecmo asphyxiation. Mortal Wombats 10. They announced one of their guests. I guess it's a guest, or one of their first DLC characters or whatever.
Jason Voorhees.
Yes, Friday the 13th himself.
I didn't get to see the trailer.
Have you seen it?
I didn't get to see the trailer. You know, somebody else told me, and they were like, "I don't think that fits right," and I was like, "Shut up."
Of course it does. You kidding me? They had Freddy last time. Why doesn't that fit?
Right. Like, I don't think it's fit in there. Like,
I think it's perfect. Honestly, I was hoping they'd stick the Predator in there, but whatever. Hey, Jason works too.
I want.
Yeah, dude, getting dual machetes. Oh, that'd be wicked.
I know, right?
I want them so badly to bring back Freddy. If they could bring back Freddy, it'd be awesome.
Yeah, so you can fight both of them, and yeah, that'd
right.
Because
awesome. You have to have Freddy if you're gonna have Jason. It's Freddy versus Jason. And
you know what? You never know. That might be like one of the little secret unlocks or something.
It might be like Mortal Kombat. I don't know. Even if they come out with like a whole bunch of like different outfits and different DLC characters, I would be ecstatic. I need for them to come out with like a whole bunch of stuff so that I can be excited that I finally have a PS4, because I told myself that I was gonna put part of my income tax whenever that comes back and I'm just gonna catch up on stuff, and then I was gonna buy a PS4 because I've been dying to get one. And I'm just gonna sit there and I'm gonna buy some cheap old games and I'm gonna play it until Mortal Kombat and The Witcher 3 comes out, and then you guys will never hear from me.
You're like, where the hell is Nikita? Dig it.
Right.
Yeah,
I'm taking a hiatus till fall.
I'm telling you, I made a commitment, right? Or not a commitment. I made a I basically told myself that I am not buying another fighting game until I can buy a fight stick. It was, I'm telling you, the last time. I'm telling you, I can't do it. I have tried so many times to be halfway decent on like Street Fighter 4 and Mortal Kombat and Injustice, and it just doesn't work for me. It's like
you just don't have skills.
That's the point. That's what I'm saying. I can't work it with a gamepad. That's why.
Really?
I just can't.
Dude,
I can't do
fight stick is just,
I can't do
all around.
The things that I want to do. I can't do with a gamepad because I'm just not coordinated enough to be able to. What it is for me is the 2 buttons that are on my left hand, with my the trigger and the right and the left bumper. When I'm doing combos, for me, for some reason, it's like all my combos I end up having to do with my right hand. I'm not ambidextrous or whatever you want to call it. So it just doesn't work out for me when I'm trying to do a combo and I have to flip between the two, and I just can't work it out. It just doesn't work.
Yeah, well, you know, some of us, you know, they have
Some
to
of
have
us are just gifted, right? Is that what you're trying to say? Huh?
Well, some of us need to have special tools to help us play games.
Okay. That's all right. So all right. I'm gonna put it this way. So everything that you've seen so far on on like Mortal Kombat, what have you seen? Have you seen any of like the really good fatalities or anything? What fatalities have you seen? Have you seen any fatalities?
No.
No.
There's a collage of them on, like, if you go on YouTube, you can get the collage of the fatalities.
I don't want to look at the collage of the fatalities. I kind of just want to be surprised. See, that's what's wrong with you people. You know,
not
like,
wrong with me. I love it.
What's wrong with you people?
Yeah, I want to see everything before the game comes out so I can wear myself out and be bored before I even buy the game.
No, you're not supposed to do that. You're supposed to be surprised. Like, what the hell is wrong with you guys?
No, I was surprised when I saw it. I'll tell you that much. I was surprised. Oh, dude, I was loving it though. I was watching. Well, no, I guess I won't say it because she doesn't want a spoiler alert, so I'm a hush. I'm a hush.
No, I'll get
I'm a hush. Makita will kill me if I say something, so I'm gonna let it go. Let it go. Let it go.
Let it go.
Not gonna talk about it anymore. I was watching that again today. Lord have mercy. I love my daughter, but daggone it. Oh, goodness.
I can only watch Frozen so much.
Oof. I love you, Layla girl. Lord have mercy. So yes. Mortal Kombat, when does that come out? When does that drop? That's in April.
I don't think anybody actually cares.
I think it's in April.
Nobody cares about Mortal Kombat.
A lot of people care about Mortal Kombat.
Everybody cares about Mortal Kombat.
I want to play it. I actually want to get good at it because you know how I am, Jay. I'll play that Joker like hardcore for like a month, figure out how to use one guy, think that I'm fresh, then get torn to shreds when I get online and be like, not playing anymore. I like the game.
Pretty much.
I can't play this game, but this game.
Oh, dude, I think we're all the same. I don't know. I want to get it, but I'm gonna be mad in about like 10 seconds.
I know, right?
Because you know why? I don't want to do those like 30 million freaking combos that drive me nuts. You know.
You know, I found even when I was doing the last Mortal Kombat that for some reason it was easier to do combos in that game than it was in earlier Mortal Kombat games. Because the earlier Mortal Kombat games where you actually had to run in order to start a combo and I hated that shit.
Yeah.
Could not stand that.
Yeah. And I don't know. After they started doing those 30 million hit combos, I think that's when I started losing interest.
Oh, dude, I was loving that. That was like doing.
Like, yo, I'm gonna have me some fun, and then they tear me up, and then I'll just get mad.
Well, see, that's why you suck. You're supposed to learn the breakers. There's ways that you can break out of some of those things. That's what a combo breaker is called. You ever heard of that?
Okay. You know what, Smarty Pants?
Combo breaker.
You know what? How many combo breakers have you done? Probably like none.
I've done
and
like
that's why
two. I did like two. And it was the computer. It was doing the tutorial. That's what it was.
You did it by accident.
No, it was the tutorial. They told me how to do it, and it like did like one move like 50,000 times until you actually do the combo breaker. So yeah, I did it. Then.
Right. So yeah, that's kind of where I got stuck. You know, it's like, you know, I was able to do it maybe once or twice.
And it's then, like Makita said, you suck, son. You just gotta learn. Get you a fight stick. Make that your excuse. Get a fight stick. It'll help.
I kind of like now, only if it's like dope, you know. Like,
well, that's what I'm saying. You know, get a fresh tournament style stick that basically costs more than the daggone 3DS. That's what I want. I'm not getting it, but that's what I want.
You know what I miss in Mortal Kombat? I don't remember it being in the last Mortal Kombat. You know when you used to run and you'd be like, you know, like...
Yeah,
you know,
yeah, I remember that.
What? Was that in the last one? They need to bring that back.
No, they don't
need to bring that back. For real.
No,
that was awesome. And they need to bring back Toasty! They
I
need to bring that
that
back.
they can bring that. They
That
can
was
bring that
fun.
back, but the running, I couldn't handle
I,
the running. The
You
running to start the
yeah.
combos, no, I'm serious. That was 3, I think it was. I could not stand that between having to press the run button, the block button, and then the kick high, kick low, punch high. I was like, damn it, stop
You better
it.
learn your skill. You better learn your skill.
Nah,
Earn
see,
your dues.
I was still look. You know what? For some reason, and this is probably a fault of mine. This is like a mental flaw of mine. Every time I play a fighting game, I decide that the character that I'm gonna use is the one that's the hardest to win with. So like I always use like in Street Fighter, I always use what's his name? Big wrestler, the wrestling dude.
Zangief?
Yeah, Zangief. I always use him because I love
he's
doing
tough.
like the 720 pile driver or whatever, just watching people like, damn, you got caught by that. Ha! And I love using him, but he's like one of the hardest ones to use, right? And it was kind
Yeah.
of the same
If
way
you
in
get
Mortal Kombat.
close, you can put in work. But like
Mhm.
Yeah.
if you got somebody that got good distance attack, you're like done.
Well, I mean, they actually changed it up where it evened him out on the last Street Fighter because they gave, they had that bar where if you press the bar, it like made you invulnerable for like a split second. So you could actually
Okay.
you could run through a fireball and still grab
Yeah.
them and do the move. But you had to like have like your super bar had to be up like the first or the second level in order to pull it off. And so they did little things like that to kind of even the playing field. So I did decent enough for a little while on Street Fighter 4, but the second I got out of the beginners tournament level, I just got ripped to shreds by everybody else after then. But it was still I still like doing that, and I can't even remember what character I even used when I was in Mortal Kombat. I don't even think I tried to play a hard character in Mortal Kombat because I could never really pull off the combos for more than like Scorpion and Sub-Zero. That was like where I stopped.
Yeah,
I was able to do both of
those are
those.
the ones you can actually do, right?
Well, that was only because their moveset was somewhat similar to Street Fighter. So it was easy to pull off half of their moves.
Right, like the little half circles and
Yeah.
all that.
And
Yeah.
I would try using Sonya Blade because I liked her little throw where she like split leg and like pick you up and slam you and stuff. I would do that. And I'd love using Liu Kang, because his were easy to do also. So I'd be flying all over the screen, having him sounding like a monkey, what the on all that crazy stuff.
Yeah.
I would love using him. But it was like I learned how to use all those characters in the first Mortal Kombat, and just like you said, Makita, once they started putting all the running and all that other kind of stuff in there, where you couldn't, and your combos, like Jay said, your combos ended up being like 12, 15 hit combos where you have to run in the midst of doing your little thing. I was like, dude, no.
Yes,
Yeah, that's kind of right.
I'm willing to put in the work. I feel like a little bit the last Mortal Kombat may have possibly been a little too easy, especially when it came to the breaking the bones and stuff like that. I felt like it was a little bit too easy to go into that I mean, I enjoyed every bit of it every time that I went into that mode, but it got a little repetitive because there weren't really that many movements where you can go into that X-ray mode. Like, okay, I'm good with the X-ray mode, but can we get maybe I don't know, maybe 5 different types or 6 different types of X-ray moves where you can just break different things? It just, I don't know. I mean, it was still a cool game. Like, if I wanted to pick it up now, probably I could play it for a couple hours because it was a fun game. I like the new stuff, but I think I'm hoping that the newest one is probably one of the best in the series. I'm hoping so.
From what I've seen, without spoiling anything for you, from what I've seen, it looks like it will be. I mean, it looks freaking fantastic. The new characters that they have, they look really interesting. They have some truthfully gory ass fatalities that I didn't think Mortal Kombat could get any gorier and any worse, but they found a way to do it. I'm telling you, it's pretty brutal, some of the stuff that they do. So they put in some work on this one. I'll give it to them. I'm kind of excited for it. Not even being a fighting game head, I usually don't get loose on fighting games, but yeah, this one looks good. I may actually eventually get this one as well.
Yeah, I'm gonna wait till the $20.
Until the ultimate one comes out with all the characters
Yeah.
and stuff, right?
Yeah.
Oh man.
That's the problem. You know what? That game will be good, but like
Mhm.
I'm gonna rock out on it for like 20 minutes. Then when I can't do a move, I'm gonna get mad and put it down.
Be pissed off like shit. Like this game.
Yeah.
Boop.
Yep.
Oh,
So that's why I'll
man.
wait.
Yeah. That's all right. That's all right. We'll just watch Makita as she does hers on her stream.
Yes, we
We'll
will.
watch her
Yup.
catch wreck.
As soon as I get my PS4, I'm telling you right now, you're just gonna get that notification in your mailbox all the time. The Room Speaker is now on Twitch. Wow.
Makita is ripping out souls. Come get it.
Come for me. Come at me, bro.
Oh man, that's awesome. That's awesome. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna put this little plug in here before we get even further into the show. But this coming Friday, I'm gonna be fortunate enough to have the makers of Rock Band on the show. Friday around 2 o'clock, we're gonna have a good little interview about harmonics and all their games, not just Rock Band, but like Rock Band, Fantasia. I'm gonna get into it with them for about an hour. I think is about as much time as I have. So, if you have some time or if you remember Friday, definitely either tune in or catch the replay that we'll have, on the show. And definitely, if you have questions for them, please send them to me, bjbrown@heedmag.com. Email me questions for them or whatever, or just jump in the show and chat with me in the show, or tweet them to me or something like that. So definitely tune in. Excited for that interview. Really excited.
Yeah, I am too. It's just a shame that I have to work because I would love to be on that show for sure.
Dude, I'm telling you, girl, I actually decided to just take time off. I was like, I got them to respond, so I was like, yo, I gotta make this happen. I gotta make this happen.
Right.
And so, well, even with that, I'm throwing up this picture real quick. I don't know if you guys saw it. This is the picture that they released from Mad Catz of the new guitar controller that they're going to be selling for Rock Band 4. Have no idea what that graphic is in the center, but but it's
that looks kind of wonky, but
yeah, I mean it's essentially the same strat that they have. I don't know if there's any actual improvements to it. That might be a good question to ask Mad Catz or something like that. Maybe I'll give them a shout to see whether they have anything to say about the durability of this new strat, to see if it will be able to hold up all the banging and wailing that everyone typically does on these things, and to see if it has any kind of compatibility with the old games. But we'll see.
That would be really cool to ask, but I don't know. I'm not. I mean, I want to be like, oh yeah, I really love Guitar Hero, but I'm like, what was it? What's the other game? Band something.
Band Hero?
No,
Guitar Hero?
I mean they eventually came out with that, but there was another one where people were like, oh, I don't play Guitar Hero, I play Band something.
Oh.
Yeah, I hate that. I hate that I can't remember it because me and my sister used to play it like crazy.
Oh, really?
I'm trying to think of what it is.
I don't know. I don't remember that.
I know what band is Rock Band. That's it.
Yeah, there were a few.
Was it Rock Band? It was Rock Band. There you go.
Yeah,
is that the one?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was Rock Band. Yeah, Rock Band. But no, they actually did have some other what's the genre called? It was like some other rhythm-based games that were out other than those two. And I think Band Hero was one of them.
Yeah, there was one that was really bad, but it had similar.
And
Yeah.
let's see. Let me look it up real quick. Well, no, not Rocksmith. Rocksmith is
Rocksmith is awesome.
yeah, I've got it. And Lord have mercy. Whew.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Hating.
Well, no, for real. I've got it, and it's like the reason. It's actually the reason why I conned my family into buying this lovely piece of musicianship that I don't know how to play yet. For those of you who can see it, this is my Gibson SG Special that I got for Christmas. Like, when was that? It was a couple of years ago. And every once in a while, when I actually have the time to pull it out, that's exactly what I do. I pull out Rocksmith, and I play. I can't even remember the song that I play. There's like 2 songs that I've been trying to learn how to play, and where I always get stuck. I found that I'm horrible at chords, and I think I've probably said this before. Chords, I need like serious practice, and you know how it is. Learn the instrument. If you're gonna practice, you gotta do that joint every day. You gotta put in time. You gotta put in work. And dude, every time I try to switch chords, I'll like learn one chord, and I'll be like, yay! And I'll be like, ding, 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 ding. And I'll stick with that one chord. I'm like, yo, I can rock this one chord, and then they'll teach me another chord. And I'm like, but that's so far away. I was like, but that's all the way on the other side of the fretboard. I can't get all the way over there. I'm like, oh, I gotta switch. I gotta switch all my fingers and stuff, and I just can't switch chords. It's one of those things. But I'll eventually get.
Not
to
at
the
least
point where I
today.
can. You know what I mean? I'll get to that point one of those days where I'll actually put in some time to actually try and do it on a regular basis. On a daily basis, even if it's like for 30 minutes, just getting something in where I actually learn how to do it. But I don't know, it's one of those wishful thinking moments for myself, I guess.
Definitely wishful thinking, because that usually gets pushed in the back of the head. You have to be like super dedicated to actually follow through with that.
And you know what, and I will say this, the one thing that really got me into really seriously wanting to learn to play, actually making the decision to do it, was Rock Band, actually. And I know that sounds hokey or whatever, but honestly, that's what really got me to the point where I was like, you know what, I'm gonna actually try to do this for real, rather than spending all, because I thought about it, I was like, yo, I'm spending all this time trying to play, what song was that on Guitar Hero Metallica, Jay? I can't even remember what song it was.
Oh man,
we would spend,
I know it was track number 6.
Yeah, we would spend like
painful.
We'd spend like 2 hours every night for like almost 6 months straight, trying to play like 3 or 4 of the songs off of that Guitar Hero Metallica thing. And I swear, it was painful. We'd play until we got cramps. And we were like, okay, it's time for Call of Duty.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much. I mean, it would give us a solid workout.
It was hard.
But it was fun, though.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. But I was like, dude, by this time, I could have learned how to play Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. You know what I mean? I was like, dude, I really felt, it wasn't that I felt bad, but I was like, dude, I should just do it. And that's what I did. I like stole my wife's acoustic guitar. I bought like one of those little cheapo $10 computer how to play guitar, DVDs, and I played a little bit. I learned how to play like 2 notes, learned how to read tabs.
Had some really good lessons. YouTube.
Yeah.
You find they got some dudes out there, man. They're fantastic.
Yeah, and I swear I gotta, it's just like Makita said. I gotta stop putting it off. Gotta stop making excuses. Without that SG special, and just do it. Just do it. Just do it.
Do it.
Ah, Lord have mercy. Okay, so before we get to the end of this first hour, The South by Southwest Gaming Awards. There were a lot of categories.
Say word. I mean, they had. I didn't even know they had. I think this is only like their second one they did, but I didn't even know they had that many categories, and I was like, wow.
You want to run through them for us, Thicker Nation?
Well, we could take the surprise one was for me was the well, not so much a surprise, but like, I mean, there are other games coming out, and I thought that would, that haven't dropped yet, that would probably be a good vote for Game of the Year.
No, of course they haven't dropped it. What's wrong with you? They haven't dropped it. I'm gonna kick you. Yeah, Halo 5 should have been a better mobile game of the year than Hearthstone. Come on, dude, it hadn't even come out yet.
Exactly. So, Dragon Age, which I've been playing like crazy. Love that game. Really good. That got Game of the Year. Then they had that mobile game. I don't. Have you ever even played that game or heard of it?
What, Hearthstone?
Yeah.
Yes, actually, I've played it on my Kindle Fire. I picked it up on my Kindle Fire.
I like Hearthstone.
It's a good game.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
It's cool. It's
a little card
game.
game.
I was playing it like nonstop for the first maybe like month I had it, but then you know how I get like other games and get distracted and stuff.
Yeah,
but it's actually a pretty good game.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's pretty good. It's got some strategy to
so
it. It'll pull you in.
Okay. Well, they had, that was the mobile. Then they had the tabletop game of the year, Star Realms. I haven't played it. Of course, I haven't played that, but I saw some videos of it, which was pretty cool. Mm-hmm. And of course, a favorite of mine for excellent gameplay was Shadows of Mordor. Have you finished that at all?
Who, me?
Or yeah. Or you
I beat
stopped
it.
Playing it?
No, I beat it.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I beat it.
See, you know what? I got caught up with some of those bosses, man. I was like, damn, I was getting hurt because I was trying to get a lot of those perks.
Oh, all those epic runes and stuff.
Yeah, to try to unlock like certain things on your sword, and one of the perks I did buy, which was invaluable, is the one when you spend all that time trying to get a orc chief, and then he decided to take off. And you just cap him in the leg, and he can't run.
Yeah, I told you.
Yeah, that one was key. So
yep,
that game is still good. I haven't finished it yet, but I gotta go back because since I started playing Dragon Age, it's kind of like
sapped all of your time. Yes,
pretty much. I mean, like it's doing the Skyrim thing to me, which
yep.
You come in, you be like, yo, you know what? I'm just gonna do this one quick quest, 4 hours, and that's kind of what's been happening to me. So this one was, I mean, a little on the fence with the technical achievement award going to Destiny. I'm like, like, what technical achievement are you talking about? Like,
hey,
what, that they can piss people off?
Well, look, I'll put it this way. I will put it this way. It's always easier to look from the outside in and say, what did you do? But if you think about it,
totally get it.
You know what I mean? It's like
no, I know.
It's kind of hard. It's kind of hard on that particular category to say, yo, that shit suck. And be like, why would they get that? I think it's an interesting choice. I'd be interested definitely to see what it was, what it was that put them over, I don't know, something else. Because, I mean, I don't know how many other, if you look at last year in terms of what games actually pushed or attempted to push their genre in some technical fashion. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because I mean, there really weren't that many games, if you think about it, last year that, when it came to the genre that they, were really a part of, that were very different from everything else, because I mean, it was.
I can see that about Destiny, because I mean, they did do things that, that technically nobody's done before, so.
It wasn't.
I,
I don't necessarily want to say that nobody's done before. I think it was mostly because
well,
of last
putting a
year.
first-person shooter with a supposedly MMO and all this other stuff, you could argue a lot of those things, but
Yeah, well, I think how they kind of rolled it up was Destiny. Destiny came out that year. It was one of the you know they had already released what was it, Dust 514 or whatever it's called, the Eve first
yeah,
person shooter. That one's a massively multiplayer online first person shooter that had come out before Destiny. um they have always had what is it, PlanetSide 2 and
yeah,
those other Sony online first person shooters that are massively online. So it wasn't like there aren't others. I mean, even Dust 514, that one actually came out on a console rather than on PC. So it wasn't like,
right.
hey, it wasn't like Destiny was the first one to ever do that on a console. Um, so that's why I was like, it would be interesting to see, what part of it that they actually said, okay, this is, this much of a step beyond, um, what's already out there on the market in terms of this aspect or whatever. I'd just be interested to see, how they rationalized it. I don't necessarily doubt it, because I mean they did what they could and they ended up with enough buzz to have a community, and whether we like it or not, they've got a serious
Right.
community.
Yeah, they
you
do.
know,
They got. I mean, like
there's
Doom. He, I talked to him like a couple months ago, and he's like, Jay,
mhm.
you on Destiny? I'm like, I said, dude, I played it for like maybe a month, and after that I stopped. He's like, oh my god, that's the best game ever. I'm like, really? And like I'm trying to figure
It's
out,
right up his
you
alley though.
know, it is, and I was just like, I guess in awe that he thought it was like the best game ever.
Well,
And
what I say to that, Jay, is just like all those other people that be clowning me for Dynasty Warriors. It's all about what how you play games and what you like about certain games. And Doom. Doom is a first-person shooter fiend, and he loves the ability to be able to get in and stay in a first-person shooter for like hours, because he'll be on that Joker all day. So the whole idea of
yeah,
like
I mean, like when I see
raids,
him play, that's all he's playing.
yeah, so
That's
like the idea of raids or whatever for him is like, hey, that's like heaven for him.
that's like horde mode times to the max. So
Yeah, because
yeah,
we can't put that much time into a first person shooter for like one mission. We're like, yo, we're gonna
no.
do this raid. It's gonna take 8 hours. Okay.
Nope.
No, sir.
Exactly.
Sorry.
And we need like 30 people to do it.
Yeah, it was like, nope, not gonna do it. Not gonna do it.
Yeah, so yeah, that was an
It's
interesting
just,
choice.
it's just like everything else. Different personalities, different things. It does it differently for different people. So.
Yeah, so I mean, there's a couple other good ones that I like here. Visual achievements, Far Cry 4. I played a little bit of that. I actually have it, but I kind of put it on the back burner a little bit.
Because you're
But
doing other stuff.
that, yeah, doing other stuff. I got to get back to that. So where is it? It's here somewhere. Some little Far Cry 4. Actually, hopefully, get back to playing that. But that game, I mean, it's beautiful. I mean, the one thing I did, they should have put one down here for stomping elephants, because that's fun. You on an elephant and you stomping people out with that elephant, you just laugh. It's almost as good as not almost as good. It's better than the drop kick in Dying Light.
really? Dude, I love that jump kick, yo.
Yo, the drop kick is funny. Every time I do it, I'm like, Bede, you stupid, yo, because it's funny as hell. Kick the shit out of somebody. So, Far Cry 4, definitely, I would agree there. They had, what else they had on here that I thought was good? Wolf Among Us. I heard good things about that. They said
Awesome
good narrative.
game.
That awesome game. I haven't played it. How is that?
It is amazing. The storytelling is amazing. It's everything.
That's what
I
we
love
got
that
it for.
game so much that I went out
Awesome.
and got the book that it was based on, the graphic novel that was based on. called Fables,
Okay.
and it was this game. It really took fairy tales and twisted it in like the most awesome way. It was just everything was just super gritty. The way that they placed everything, the twist that they had. I mean, like at the end of the first episode, you were like, "What the fuck?" And the second episode, you were like, "What the?" Like you really went off, and you made assumptions, and then you were proven wrong, and everything was just. It was just amazing.
Wrong.
Yeah, it was wrong. Yeah, Telltale knows how to tell some freaking stories. Like they really know it, and I was impressed with them when they came out with The Walking Dead.
Mm-hmm.
And
so I'm gonna have to peep that because I see it on PlayStation all the time, and I'll be like, So
no, you've got to get that game. You've got to put that on your roster. Seriously. If there's any game that you need to play, it needs to be. When you play Walking Dead, you've got to do Walking Dead. Then you got to get the DLC 400 days because everything connects together and all the decisions that you make. Like I had so many save files that I made just doing different decisions to see how everything would turn out because there was some really messed up stuff that would happen along the way. And I'm like, okay, well, what happens if I do this? And then you got to do season 2. And when season 2 has I think 4 or 5 different endings or something like that. So I have different save files for those endings. So whenever season 3 comes out or whenever the next DLC comes out, I'll be fine. Then
Sweet.
Yeah, Telltale they gave me a review code for the season of Game of Thrones, which I have not played yet. And I'm looking forward to that because if The Walking Dead and The Wolf Among Us is any indication of what Game of Thrones is, what Game of Thrones is probably going to be, then I really look forward to it. And I don't even like the show, so maybe the game could really skyrocket me into this thing where I could just finally say, okay, you know what, I'll watch another episode because when I got to the 3rd episode, I was like, yawn, this is whack. So.
Oh man.
Yeah, I'm gonna definitely have to check that out. Like I said, I see it, but I always kind of skip over it. Here's one I definitely agree with that I've never personally played, but I just hear people go crazy for this multiplayer Super Smash Brothers.
I don't like it.
You don't like it?
I feel bad that I can't play it.
I don't like it. I played the demo and I was all like, "Oh, okay, this is."
I see people.
I just feel like I'm missing out.
Crazy.
I'm telling you.
So do I. I feel like I'm kind of missing out a little bit.
Yeah, when we were freaking going through Comic-Con, that's all I saw people playing, walking by each other, like, "Oh,
yeah,
dude,
exactly.
so challenged me." Oh, I left off the corner. Oh, he knocked him off the such and such. Oh my God, Mega Man's doing the I was like, oh my God, this is going crazy. Look at him, he flying. Oh my God, why he go off the screen? Where is he? Is he gonna come down? I was like, what's going on?
Yeah, I know in Japan they were playing it so hard that they were actually ripping off the joystick pad. That's how hard. Yeah, that's how hard.
It's like butt mashing to the max,
Oh my God.
It's just freaking fantastic.
Yeah, I couldn't really get with it. I mean, it was a cute game, right? I don't know. Maybe I need to play.
It's called it cute.
It was a cute game. It wasn't anything for me to be like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna get it. Not like Monster Hunter, but super.
Yeah, my boy Urek Mazino asked you, said, do you like Street Fighter or Killer Instinct or Skullgirls or King of Fighters?
Out of those, Street Fighter probably. Street Fighter.
Ah, right. Yeah, I'm just horrible. That's one of the big things for me. I know that I'm bad at fighting games. The last one that I was good at was what was that? Tekken 3? 2 or 3. I think it was Tekken 3 and Soul Calibur 2. Those were the last fighting games that I was really good at, where I could actually go in to an actual arcade, put my quarter on the thing and be like, what, son? Come on. I could actually, that was the last fighting game that I could actually do that. And then it was like after that, there were so many that came out that I got lost, and I couldn't port the skill set over to others. And I was like, dude, I'm sorry, I'm done. So that's why I'm like, yo, I can't get into them anymore, because when I played and when I was good, I was using a fight stick. I was using an arcade stick, and I just could never translate it from the arcade stick to the gamepad and back. I'm just horrible like that. So I just got lost. I'd buy it, I'd play the computer, I'm like, yo son, I'm nice. Play 2 matches online and be like, yo son, I suck.
And that's where I get caught up. It's when I get online. Done.
Yeah, the last fighting game I can remember where I knew if I could bust your ass with every single character, no matter who it was Darkstalkers.
Oh wow, that's way back.
That's way back.
Yeah, I actually liked that game. That was
great.
Yeah. Yeah, they had a plethora of characters that had great stories. Like if you know how like when you get to the end of fighting games and then it's like this dookie ass story where it's like short and you're like, so I just looked over
what kind of story is?
And then the
story.
Yeah. Darkstalkers at the end, you actually really got like an ending. Like it was just like it was attached. Like Felicia, she ended up being a nun working with kids and stuff. And I think like I think it's Lord Raptor. I think he like took over the world, and I think he turned the world into like a zombie realm or something like that, if I remember correctly. But Zeno is like really excited about Darkstalkers. I like that.
Yeah, it was good. It was good.
It's a great game.
I think after that one came out though, I started getting into all those mashups that they came out with, that Capcom came out with, like the Marvel versus X-Men, the Marvel versus Capcom, and all that other kind of stuff. I got into all those. I was playing those like crazy. I loved all those little tag team games and stuff like that. I got into those.
It was, I think I got into Marvel versus Capcom for like 2 seconds because, it wasn't the same. And I only played the Darkstalker characters. That's what I was there for. I had like borrowed the game from my friends, and then after that I got really bored. I'm like,
yeah, I was, for the most part, the only reason why I played them is because they started, you know how arcades were. Once those games came out, they started phasing out a lot of the other, in most of the arcades that I went to, they started phasing out a lot of the other fighting games that were there. So it's like the Marvel vs. Capcom, they'd have like 2 of those cabinets out, and then like the Darkstalkers, the old, like some of the other older fighting games, they like got rid of, and everybody was on those 2 cabinets. And I was like, okay, fine, it's got Ryu, it's got Ken, it's got it's got Wolverine, it's got Cyclops. Okay, fine, I'll try this, I'll play with those jokers. And I started learning some of the other little Capcom characters and stuff like that. But I don't know, I still miss them. Little fight sticks. Oh, goodness. The days when I was actually able to do something in an arcade. But one of these on the list that I was really curious about, that if there's anybody out there, please holler at me, tell me about it if you know about it, that I've seen a lot about, is this Star Citizen game. I am like in deep need of a starship or a space combat sim game that is fun, that has a good community, quote good community, because I miss you know what I mean? I miss being able to play something like like a Wing Commander kind of game where I can buy a flight stick and just and just either explore or destroy or do both or mine or do something, do a lot of different things in that world. I miss being able to do that, play those kind of games, because I would do that kind of stuff all freaking day long, because that's like one of my staples, playing stuff like that. But so if there's any, it says most anticipated crowd-funded game. I remember Jay and I were talking about that. That was like that one game where somebody bought like a ship that was worth like over $1,000 or something like that.
Oh my god, I couldn't believe that. I had to look at that like a couple of times. It's just like, wow.
I was like, I don't believe that. And it was true. You know, some people actually are paying like serious dollars for a ship in the game, and I think depending on how you play the game or where you play the game or like in what area or something you play the game, you can actually lose that ship, I think. So I was like, oh damn that.
That you spent $1,000 for it.
Yeah, I'm like, oh hell,
sorry.
I'd never use that ship again. I'd be like, oh nope, I'm sitting it right here on this side of the garage of my Starship garage.
That's right, right here.
But yeah, Eureka's talking about No Man's Sky. I would love to play that game. That's like one of those games that's on my list, but after I get a PS4, which is like what, maybe at least another year down the road for myself, unless something crazy happens and Geekswagg just gets so freaking big and massive when we get all these sponsorships or something like that. But you know, hey,
and giving away
wishful
PS4,
thinking, right?
We just can't take.
Wishful thinking. We're getting there, people. We're getting there, but you know, we need y'all support. Help us out. Help us out. We will get there. Next thing you know, they'll just be sending us stuff for us to try out. You know, we won't even have to ask for it console wise. They'll just tell us like, Makita, we just need you to try out this. We need you to do this 4DS. We need you to try out this 4DS. Like, oh, okay. But yeah,
no problem, baby.
But one of the ones on that list, Jay, that if you guys haven't tried out, that I really think is definitely worth it, is the one that won the Matthew Crump Cultural Innovation Award, This War of Mine. Dude, that game.
Yes, I think you were mentioning that a couple weeks ago, probably too.
Oh my god, yeah.
A couple of weeks ago, we were talking about it when K Mardak was on here, and I was talking about how much I love that game and how much everybody should get that game, and you're just now talking about it.
Just on principle. You. What, me?
Yes, you.
No, right. I've talked about it before. I think you had missed that episode, girl, because I actually I actually put you know, because I played the game.
DJ,
I can't even remember how long
onto that game. Do you not remember when I put a whole bunch of videos on YouTube?
Yeah,
and then
I know.
I
had bought when you put all the videos out there and everything, you bought it. I actually did buy the game, but I put some of my videos out there and I talked about the game like an episode or two later or something like that. So yeah, we have talked about the game on Geekswagg before, girl. I'm telling you, we did. I promise you.
Right,
please believe me.
Action.
But yeah, Jason wasn't there. I don't know what was up. I think he was asleep that day.
I was a little high.
I was a little high that day. You know.
I was a little bit high.
Urek was talking about Last of Us.
Yeah, I was trying to figure out how to get the
won a bunch of awards. Last of Us won a bunch of awards.
I played that game through, you know, back to back to back. I played a couple times and I loved it. That's a fantastic game. Mm-hmm. I was even close to thinking about getting it for the PS4, the remastered edition, but I couldn't do it because I didn't want to pay the $40 for it.
It'll come. You know how it is. It'll come down. You'll be able to. You'll be able to get it later. Darkest Dungeon. Urek was asking, has anybody played that yet?
No, I haven't heard. Wait a minute. Is that on Steam?
Yeah.
That's on Steam, right?
Yo.
I think I saw like a trailer for it or something.
It seems like it's getting
cool.
Yeah, I had heard about it. It was one of those where I had gotten something saying, "Hey, you know, this game is coming out, you know, if you want to try it out." And I didn't respond to said email, unfortunately. But yeah, I love RPGs. That was one of those that's on my list that I wanted to try out and do. It's kind of fallen behind a couple of other games that I kind of have to finish reviews for, but yeah, Darkest Dungeon, that's on my list of games that I got to try out. Definitely. I wanted to try that one. I wanted to try The Escapists. What is that other game? I got to get back into Broforce because apparently they've added a whole lot. They've added so much content to
That's actually
Broforce.
a fun game.
I love that game, yo. I gotta get
is
back
fun.
into it because they added a lot of content to it since the last time I tried it out. So I gotta
But they
go back
have,
and try it.
didn't they have a free kind of like separate game? I think that's the
Hmm.
other one that I downloaded. What was the name of that game? It was Bro something.
It was like Expendables. It was like a promo for Expendables.
Expendables.
Yeah, Expendables.
Expendables. That's what
Yeah,
I
Expendables, yeah.
downloaded. I love that game.
yeah. That dude, that game is so funny. It's just a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun, but I think like the last content update that I saw, they added like a whole huge level that's basically like aliens, and they had been talking about adding that anyway, but it's like so everything that you're fighting basically is an alien. They've got a big boss aliens and all kinds of other stuff. So yes, you wreck dude, if you have not tried out or played Broforce, you are missing out. It is like shooter heaven, and basically they turn every action
The names they
superhero.
have for the heroes are they're freaking funny as hell.
Yeah, I gotta, you know what, let me get a little picture for that one real quick, because dude, Broforce is freaking hilarious. It's one of those games, like I was saying before, it's just one of those games that you gotta play. It's action game heaven.
Yeah, all the the 80s names with like bro added in. That was really awesome. First I wasn't sold on Bro Force.
Yeah, that's funny.
Yeah, I wasn't sold on Bro Force, and then I played Expendables, and I was like, okay, it's free, so let me just download it. I'm not losing anything, and I fell in love with that game.
Mhm.
It's great.
Yeah. Some of the guys they had like Bronan the Barbarian, the Brominator, Rambro, Brony Ross. Well, Brony Ross is from Expendabros, but what is it? Robro Cop. It's not Chuck Norris. What is it? There's like 2 or 3 different Chuck Norris characters, and I can't remember what their actual names are. What are their actual names? Oh gosh. What was that television show that he had? Something Walker, Texas Ranger. Yeah,
Walker.
It was like Texas.
Yeah,
it was Walker,
Texas
Ranger. So they have like a bro version of Walker, Texas Ranger, and everything. Here's a pic real quick. I'll put this up just so you can see, like, and, it's real simple graphics and everything, but it's one of those. So like, yeah, here's a picture of some of the ones that they had in the game. What was Die Hard? What was the cop's name that Bruce Willis was in Die Hard?
McClane.
Yeah, Bro McClane. I can't remember what they call him in Broforce though. See, I gotta find the little.
Yeah, I can't remember all the names, but when you hear them, you just be rolling, man, because they're funny.
Yeah,
they're just really, 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 really funny.
They are hilarious. So John McClane. They had Neo, from. So okay, here it is. They had Bro Mando, which is of course Commando. B.A. Baracus, which is B.A. Baracus from A-Team. Brodale Walker, that's what it is, from Walker, Texas Ranger. instead of in Die Hard, yeah, CD and Geek, yeah, it's John McClane, but in Broforce it's Brohard. They just call him Brohard. They have a MacGyver, they call him Mac Brover. Instead of Blade, they have Braid. Instead of Judge Dredd, they have Bro Dredd. They had Will Smith from Men in Black. They call him Bro in Black. Snake Plissken from Escape from New York. They have Snake Broskin. Of course, the Terminator is the Brominator, Brobocop. Indiana Jones, they have Indiana Brones. They had Ash Williams from Evil Dead, so they have Axe Broliums. Instead of Neo, they have Mr. Anderbro instead of Mr. Anderson.
Mr. Rand.
They had Connor and Murphy McManus from the Boondock Saints, so they call them the Boondock Bros. Instead of Machete, they have Brochetti.
Brochetti, that's funny.
They had, of course, Ellen Ripley. They had Ellen Rip Bro. From Time Cop, they had Time Bro. Instead of Universal Soldier, they had Bro Universal. So, and Chuck Norris from Missing in Action, his character was James Braddock, so they had him Colonel James Braddock. And the girl from
no, was that Delta Force?
No, that was Missing in Action.
That was Missing in Action?
Mm-hmm.
Because the other night I was watching Delta Force on Netflix, yo. Still love that movie. I thought it was going to look whack, but Chuck Norris riding on that bike and blowing up the terrorists with the bombs out of the back of the motorcycle.
Uh-huh.
I still love that scene, bro. Chuck Norris is the man, yo.
Yeah. He's had a lot of roles. They have the bride from Kill Bill called the Broad. James Bond, Double Bro.
Yeah, I saw that one. I didn't like that one too much. That one was like
The Brood.
Right.
The girl with they had the gun instead of the peg leg in Planet Terror. Cherry Brolin is in there, and then of course, just like you were saying, they had all the not all the characters. They had most of the characters from the very first Expendables. So I can't remember who all was what character in Expendables. So all the names make no sense to me. I'd have to actually look at the I'd have to look at the pictures to be able to tell you who's who for Expendables. But they have, of course, an active community, people that'll they're requesting action heroes and stuff. And of course, they don't all work, but I'm certain that there's some good ones that the community have in there that they're just waiting to get in there. Waiting. But yes, Expendables. You got to try that out if you haven't tried that out, ladies and gentlemen. So, let's skeet on over to TV.
Did you?
Yes, I did. Take a nation.
Skeet on over the TV. I like it.
Yes. There's a lot going on right now. There's a lot of season-ending episodes for a lot of different series. There's a lot of premieres that are getting ready to air. I think tonight is the premiere for iZombie. For those who know the Vertigo comic iZombie, their television show, it starts today or tonight. I think it just ended or something like that not too long ago. One of the characters, Malcolm, and I swear it's horrible. I can't even remember his name now. That's horrible. I feel horrible right now. Malcolm Goodwin, that's what it is. Malcolm Goodwin. I actually did an interview with him back in October about his role in the show. So I just want to send a shout out to him. Congratulations on the show and everything. I'll have to check it out, see whether it's good, to see how it is. It's supposed to be one of those comedy, one of those kind of comedy drama kind of television show. So it's supposed to be lighthearted, which of course is the way that Powers is supposed to be, Mr. Thickenation. I heard you actually took a chance on that show.
I tried.
What'd you think?
I tried. It was a little tough. The acting is really bad. So I made it through the first 2 episodes. So basically, you got your lead character there. And he, they're, the way the story goes, they're tracking down these people, and they call them Powers.
Right.
So, and
superheroes are called Powers, yo.
And then, they actually have the heroes, which are called the heroes, which is kind of funny.
Oh, so, the heroes are called.
That was yeah, they're called heroes. So nothing too fancy there. So he the main character had powers, but he lost it to this guy. So he doesn't have it anymore. So the best thing he could do now is become like a cop that actually take down the powers. And he's, of course, you get your rookie cop coming on board, and she's trying to prove herself. That she earned her place there, and amongst these cops, and they start digging into this weird world of people with these random things that they can do. Not everybody has a cool power, and he's struggling with losing his power. So that's like the first episode. Then the second one goes into this other one with this girl that he used to date, and she's the power, and they kind of split up, and they're trying to solve this murder. And it was like the mix of Heroes and Castle, and I'm just like, yeah. And they're trying to get raunchy by throwing curse words in there too. Mm-hmm. So you're like,
curse words.
Yeah, I'm not opposed to people cursing in TV shows, but you got to use it at the right time, And they just don't know how to use, when it's time to curse. So that kind of throws you off a little bit. They're having a regular conversation. I'll just make up something they're talking about coffee or tea or something, and then they drop an F-bomb. You're like, what? You're not even upset.
Cussing just to cuss, right?
Right. They don't want to, but I'm not too excited about it. So, I'm going to give, probably this week I'll watch 2 more episodes and see if it gets better, because you can't really sink a TV show off the first 2 episodes. I feel like give it at least 5 or 6. And if it doesn't have any kind of meat or anything that got you interested by then, dump it. So I'm going to give it a couple more episodes, and hopefully it turns me around, because I'm going in because I really want to like it.
Right. Yeah.
I really want to like it. So.
And I this is me coming from someone that really stopped reading comics a long time ago and has missed out on a lot of titles. The concept of the comic itself really did sound like it's something that could be really funny, yet you could really pull a lot of interesting storylines out of. So a part of me kind of even wants to go back and try reading some of those. But kind of like you said, the show itself, it's kind of hard if it doesn't have the right energy or whatever, and that's even coming from somebody that hasn't even read the comics. So it's it's kind of odd to kind of hear that. I don't know, the energy was kind of off. I don't know.
It was kind of off. It just seems like the character, I think the characters could be good, and I could see exactly why it would be good in a comic book setting, but it just, I don't know, I wasn't feeling it. It just, there was something off about it, the character. Maybe there was no chemistry. It didn't feel like there was a lot of chemistry between the characters. They were just there.
That's hard to get. That's hard.
And it's tough. It's tough, especially when you're doing, fantasy, sci-fi, whatever, in that era. You really have to have good character development, and when it's not that good, it's just it takes away from the show.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping it turns around. I have the whole first season, or how many episodes it is, on PS Plus. So I'm gonna go back in. I'm gonna try to get some more. Probably this weekend I'll probably jump on and catch episodes 3 and 4 there, and hopefully I can get a good turnaround.
Yes. Actually, the guy that what is his name? Bruce Campbell. Yes, isn't it Bruce Campbell? I think that's who it is. CD and Geek was asking if anyone no, it's not Bruce Campbell. I'm sorry. If anyone knows about the Con Man series is getting kickstarted. I think it's by the guy that did that was on what was that show? Firefly? What was his name? Nathan
Fallon?
Yeah, Nathan Fillion or whatever.
Nathan
Fallon, yeah, he's got this new show that he's crowdfunding, about guys that go to conventions or something like that. It's like a comedy or something like that. He's trying to get crowdfunded, and just whether or not you guys had heard about it or anything. I'd heard a little bit about it, actually.
No.
I don't know too much about it aside from, just what the plot really is supposed to be about. But apparently, let's see. I'm trying to see if there's something that kind of. Oh yeah, here's a synopsis. So, a guy named Ray Nearly was a co-star on Spectrum, a sci-fi series that was canceled too soon but became a cult classic. Does that sound familiar? Firefly. Ray's good friend.
That
Jack
only had
Moore.
one season, right?
Yeah.
I think it was one season.
Yeah, I think it was only one.
It was
season.
one season, right? Yeah.
Ray's good friend, Jack Moore, who's played by Nathan Fillion, starred in the series and has gone on to become a major movie star. While Jack enjoys a life of an A-lister, Ray tours the sci-fi circuit as a guest of conventions, comic book stores, and lots of pop culture events. The show will feature all the weird and crazy things that happen to Ray along the way to these events. So, it sounds like somebody has a lot of really interesting stories about going to various conventions and all the strange people and everything that they've run into and strange situations they've run into, and that could definitely be a comedy piece. It seems interesting enough. But yeah, it looks like the project has surpassed its first goal and is up to over $1.5 million. Its original goal was only $500,000, and they're already over $1.5 million.
Nice.
So apparently that's enough to fund 9 episodes or something like that.
Oh.
Yeah.
So,
He
yeah,
sounded like
know.
King of the King of the Hill. When they're in front of the house and you're like, oh. Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what happens.
Yeah.
That's what happens,
I don't know.
man.
I don't know.
I guess. I don't know. I think that I've been kind of. It sounds like a good Kickstarter, and I would love to support it because it's him. But at the same time, I'm so jaded with the whole bunch of this TV crap. It's like they come up with these ideas, and then when it comes into fruition, it sucks. So I'm kind of afraid to kind of put my all into it, and then it comes out and I'm disappointed. I'm really jaded when it comes to shows, but who knows? I may look that up though.
Yeah, it looks interesting enough. I might have to check it out. I mean, it's just like I've always said. There's a long list of stuff to check out, because it seems like now that we're in this day and age of YouTube shows and Netflix shows, and everybody is coming out with their own premium content, and now I dare to say this is almost a golden age of TV content, because there used to be a time where everything on TV sucked, and now there's a lot of really quality TV shows that are out on various channels. It's not like it's all on HBO. It's AMC's got some good stuff. CW's been cranking out some stuff.
Yeah,
I mean, me personally, I love Empire. That's my guilty pleasure.
I haven't watched that.
You know what?
Yeah,
I see that, and everybody's been like, "Yo, that show is the show to watch."
It is. It's good.
It's good. Well, how many episodes are in? Like 5?
Dude, the season finale is tomorrow.
Wow.
The season finale is a 2-hour season finale tomorrow. It's like the best show that they have on Fox. It's like their highest rated show.
Yeah, that's what everybody's been saying. They're saying this show is the jam. They said you gotta watch it.
It's very good. I mean, of course, Taraji P. Henson is for me, she is the pinnacle of this show. She's freaking hilarious, and she pulls out every single scene that she's in. But honestly, when I was watching it, the guys that play the sons, initially I was kind of worried, because if you think about it, the way this show is crafted, it's like a, I guess you could say it's in the whole Glee kind of format, because the music that's a part of the show is actual music. They don't just play 5 or 10 seconds of a song. They actually play songs in the midst of the show, and the characters
sweet.
And the people that they casted for each one of the brothers. The guy that plays Hakeem, which is like the younger MC son, and there's another son that's a gay son that is like an R&B star. They're actual performers, you know, so they actually perform all of these songs. And Timbaland, you know, goes in the studio with them with all these songs, and they actually record all of these songs for real. So like the soundtrack is the actual cast doing all these songs. And you know, like they have Terrence Howard, you know, he actually performs some of the songs. I mean, he's done albums and stuff himself anyways. Taraji P. Henson actually sings a little bit on some of the songs also. So I mean, it, you know, and some of the songs.
Does she do Hard Out Here for a Pimp?
You know, that's what everybody. There's like memes all over the place. I'm telling you, the second this came out, everybody was like, "Oh, son, this is like the platinum version of Hustle and Flow," you know, and that's basically what it's rolled up to be. But it's, I'm telling you, they have a OMG. You know, it's almost like the way Scandal is. It's like there's an OMG moment every episode. You know, they leave you hanging after every episode, but it pulls you along, not in a way where you're like, oh, dude, they're adding too much or they're trying to do too much. But they do it in a real way where it's like, okay, they kind of hinted at this in the first episode, and now they're really bringing out what this is. You know, they pull you along just right throughout the whole season. And, you know, it's really come to a head really quickly. And it's not, you know, and it's about the music industry, so it's not about like East Coast West Coast beef. It's about a family. You know, the whole storyline is based around this family, and Terrence Howard has 3 sons. 2 of them are musicians and 1 of them is just a businessman, and he's dying, so he has to give his empire or his legacy to one of his sons to take over. So he's trying to groom each one of them, you know, to see which one is going to take over the empire. And initially, most of them don't want to have anything to do with it. But as the show goes along, they all, you know, eventually come to terms with wanting to take control of the company. And they end up bumping heads against each other. And then a whole bunch of dirt from Terrence Howard's past comes. And then, you know, Taraji P. Henson's character is like really, really important because she, you know, of course she's the mother, but she was in jail for 17 years for stuff that they both did when he was coming up, you know, before
so
Empire.
She kind of like protected him, kind of deal.
Right. So yeah, she protected him, but she was also his producer. So she knew music and she knew how to make hits. So she comes out of jail, she comes back and she's like, hey, this is my company too, you know, and it just all, I'm telling you, it's, you just got to watch it. You got to watch it. It's excellent. It is definitely really good. And what I thought was interesting though is when it first came out, and even today, you know, just there's a lot of people that basically say they don't want to like the show because they felt like it kind of reinforces stereotypes of black people. You know, hey, the only kind of music we can do is soul and hip hop. You know, oh, you know, the hip hop kid is the one that is, you know, just real outgoing. He's real disrespectful at times and all this other kind of stuff. So some people didn't like it because they felt like certain characters, you know, kind of were stereotypical or whatever.
You know, speaking on that, there are some people, you know, I saw that and I was just kind of like, well, I mean, it's not like Empire represents all of us, so like it's like a show. Yeah, but then I kind of understand, their characters, and I don't understand why they would think that. But then I kind of understand that because some people get this thing where they look at TV and they're like,
they base everything off of that.
That's what all black people are acting like. That totally makes sense. You know, right. They are totally.
I laugh at those things because like. Dude, I just think stuff like that's funny. I laugh at those things because
it is. I'm like, what?
We can speak English too.
And the thing is, it's unfortunate, you know, because, you know, and I heard a lot of people say that, and it's unfortunate because Empire is, you know, even though it kind of has that portrayal in it, it's well written. You know, and that's why so many people like it, because it's written well, it's acted well, and they just pull it off. It's just a good show. even though it does have those, those choice characters that are stereotypical, a couple of them are ghetto, Taraji P, her coin phrase "boo boo kitty" that she calls, the that she calls one of the other girls that she hates that's in the show. I'm telling you, it's priceless. The scenes where they're going at it, it is priceless. But yeah, I mean, I can see where they're coming from, but I'm like, dude, get over it. It's a good show. It's on Fox. It's doing well. Keep the show on. They're great actors and actresses. They're doing good. They're bringing up this new little crew of younger actors and actresses that are actually doing really well as the season goes along. They're performing better as the show goes along. And you got to support it,
Right.
because if you don't, then guess what? There's going to be less representation. There's going to be less channels taking chances like this with having a mostly black, I mean, almost the whole cast is black. How many shows that are on TV now can you say that about, that are like extremely popular?
Right.
And this is and this is one of them. So in my eyes, it's a show that's just really good, regardless of who's in the show, what race there is. It's just well written, well done, and it's gripping. It's real drama. It's good. I really like it.
Yeah, I gotta start watching that, and I've got to catch up with The Walking Dead too. I was so pissed because I jumped on
because Noah's dead.
Why did you do that? I didn't catch up. Oh my God!
Violet.
Are you serious?
Oh, sorry, Violeta. I'm sorry. There's so many memes and stuff flying around the internet and everything. I'm sorry. I even put it on the agenda. My bad.
That's right.
I'm sorry.
We gonna call it Bunny Mean Tweets.
So where are you in the
I haven't started this season. Period.
Oh my gosh, you haven't hit.
Yeah, I haven't started the season. Period. So what you just did, really, and I hate spoilers. I promise you. I will watch a show. Just to screw it up for you. I promise you that.
That's okay.
You know I hate spoilers. I don't know why you did that.
I'm sorry. I thought you at least got into a certain.
Fight him, Makita. Fight him.
I'm sorry. That's my bad. I mean, even when I put it on the agenda, I didn't even think that you hadn't. I'm sorry. I put it on the agenda and everything. That's horrible. I feel
bad. Make him
bad.
take you to Benihana.
I feel bad.
You couldn't even ask. You couldn't be like, hey. So.
Well, I was excited about it, yo. It was. I'm not even gonna say anything else about it. I'm sorry.
Yeah, please don't, because I will ruin your whole TV life. Trust me. I've gone there with people. I've tagged people and stuff and everything. Yeah.
Oh man. I'm sorry. So I'll move on. Jay put this other little one on here about one of his favorite shows. The one about Jessica Lange. Yeah. Why is she leaving?
Yeah,
did they say why?
You know what? I didn't get into the whys. I was just upset.
I know she's like one of the best ones on the show.
She makes that show, and you know what?
Every season,
I was upset, but I wasn't surprised because
she has done it every single year.
Yeah.
I mean, so what season is this? This is season 3, and they're getting ready to start 4, right?
I think this is 4.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I mean, any TV show that has a whole bunch of seasons, that's hard to kind of do. But I mean, I can imagine that's hard for them. It's got to be hard for them, mainly because like you said, every season they're doing new characters, so it's like they've got to reinvent themselves in the show every season. That's got to be hard to do. But at the same time, it's got to be somewhat hard but easy because you're working with the same group, so at least you all the cast is developing a really good chemistry. So yeah, that's got to be horrible, yo. I wonder who else is going to jump ship.
I mean, I don't know if you guys watched any of them, but her character.
I watched Freak Show like crazy for up until they started killing people.
I didn't finish it. I'll freaking kill you.
You're not saying that, Mickey.
I'm not saying anything else. I'm not saying anything else.
I got a lot of stuff to catch up on, seriously, because you know what happens? Life gets in the way, and then I start getting this list and stuff, and then I'm like, I'm gonna wait until Netflix, but it takes forever to get on Netflix. So I have to find these streaming sites and such.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
the
So I mean, if
Voodoos,
you
the
have a streaming
popcorn, the
site,
licks, the
you better
Hulus.
message me a streaming site later, like a dependable one where I won't look up in the morning and my computer's taken over by viruses and stuff.
Taken over by Kobe.
Oh man. So we've only got like 10 minutes or so left, and I did kind of want to get to like some of the music and everything that we had on the thing. And I'll save like the debate one, which is the like first link that I have on there for like last, but I did want to kind of throw some notable releases. And if you guys know of any notable releases that are coming out soon or that have come out recently that you guys are either interested in or have heard, definitely, speak your mind now. But some of the ones I had on the list that are new that I was interested in, Kendrick Lamar's album dropped today, to Pimp a Butterfly. I listened to a little bit of it, and I like it. It's more like his first album than the one that he got popular with, which was what, Good Kid, Bad City or whatever. So, he's telling a lot more stories, and it's a little bit less of the mainstream that he did on the second album, and a little bit more of the storytelling that he did on his first album, which I like. But I like Kendrick Lamar's stuff. It's definitely a good album. So, To Pimp a Butterfly, I think it just dropped today. People have been streaming it for like the last week or something like that on Spotify. I don't know. Ray Quizon and Wu-Tang dropping 10 million albums over the course of the next coming months. Raekwon's got a new joint. I think it's called Fila. Fly Industrial. I don't know. I don't even know what it's called.
Like the sneaker?
No, it's called Fly International Luxurious something. But
chickens.
Yeah, chickens. I don't know exactly what all it's supposed to be or mean, but that's like that's the letters. They just call it Fila because they don't want to say Fly International Luxurious, whatever the A stands for. Jodeci's dropping a new album soon. Jodeci's back together. Yup. They're coming out with a new album, I think either later this month or in April or something like that. So they coming back. Coming back. Kid Rock just dropped one.
Who cares?
First Kiss. I love Kid Rock. Why you don't care about? I like Kid Rock. I love Kid Rock. I do. I like him. I don't listen to him that much, but I do.
That was like two good songs. Was it two good songs? It might have been. Maybe.
It's possible. Because I'm not saying I like him enough to buy, said album, but I like him. I think he's mad talented. But I haven't bought anything from him. Sorry, Kid Rock.
He's talented, but I care not to spend my money.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I haven't bought any of his albums. I like his one song. My name is Kid Bunny.
Everybody liked that song.
Yeah, that was it. I didn't get it. I mean, I liked some of his other songs too. I just didn't buy them. There's a new Faith No More album coming that no one thought would ever come. What is it, like 18 years later? Yep. They're getting back together. They are dropping an album in May. I think they released a single not too long ago. So if you're a Faith No More fans, definitely that out. Maybe you'll be interested in the full release later on this year.
Say word.
But the one that I wanted to kind of chat about for like the last 4 minutes of the show, that I'm certain is gonna make a whole lot of people roll their eyes. But if you guys are hip hop heads, like I know me and Jason are, and you're a hip hop head too, right, Makita? Sorta. Okay. So I'm certain you'll roll your eyes about this as well, because this is nothing new for a lot of us that know about hip hop and listen to hip hop. But Complex Magazine, they recently put out an article not too long ago about of course the Grammy Awards, and of course they were talking about how Macklemore Macklemore and Ryan Lewis, got a whole lot of awards. But apparently, they, let's see, what was it? Apparently they have, let's see, what was the term they said? Macklemore apparently has more Grammys than they have more Grammys than
Tupac
Nas.
or something like that, right?
Yeah, they have more Grammys than Nas, Tupac, Big, Snoop, and mind you, those three artists have not ever won a Grammy. DMX, Rakim, Rick Ross, and a lot of these guys have been nominated for like over a dozen Grammys. Busta's been nominated 11 times, never won one. Rick Ross has been nominated twice, never won one. DMX has been nominated 3 times, never won. Rakim's only been nominated once. Snoop's been nominated 16 times, never won.
Really?
Big has been nominated 4 times, never won. Pac has been nominated 6 times, never won. Nas has been nominated 13 times, but has never won. And let's see who else.
So what are their?
Ghostface Killah has never been nominated as a single artist, I guess you'd say. Ja Rule's been nominated 4 times, never won. Jadakiss has been Jeezy's been nominated 4 times, never won. Ice Cube has never been nominated and has never won, of course. Scarface has never been nominated. Big Pun has been nominated once, never won. Mos Def nominated 6, never won. Public Enemy nominated 5 times, never won. Run DMC, they've been nominated twice, never won.
Wow.
Cool G Rap has never been nominated.
Wow.
Too Short has never been nominated.
Yeah, I don't think Cool G Rap's gonna be a part of that. I mean, like if you like hip hop, you would like Cool G Rap. I love Cool G Rap. I thought that dude was he could spit. He just had lyrics for days, and he's probably one of them. But you know what? He's one of those guys that are so talented when it comes to the actual art of hip hop, and I'm not talking about rap. And he's just not gonna get nothing.
Nope.
He's just not gonna happen for him.
Yeah. EPMD not nominated.
Yep,
And
they're on the donut.
a lot
too.
of people have to recognize that, of course, a lot of the golden age of hip hop, the Grammys didn't even really recognize hip hop as a category. So a lot of these people that you're noticing aren't nominated is because they didn't really even have a category for the most part. Kendrick Lamar, he's been nominated 7 times, didn't win. Lil B, I don't even know who that is, never nominated. But of all those artists, they've all been nominated so many times and never won, but Macklemore basically has like 4.
Oh.
And they got that all in 1 year.
Sounds like BS. That's what it sounds like.
Yeah, they got that all, I guess, was it this year? Yeah, I think it was this year. They got all those this year.
Macklemore is not even all that great. Like, they act like he's the first freaking rapper to ever talk about gay rights and stuff like that, and he's not. There's a ton of rappers that, especially like underground rappers that talked about gay rights, and I don't know if you guys remember, but back when I was in high school, there was a rapper called Caution, the gay rapper, and he was, he was like,
hearing about
remember that, yeah.
Yeah. He was really like hitting it hard, like he could really spit. And I'm like, how is Macklemore getting all of this credit? It's bullshit. And I understand, and we all know why, but it just like, he's not even all that great. He's not even all that great. And it pisses me off that people that have talent, that have done it way before him and others, don't get the credit that they deserve. And then he gets to piggyback off of it and to get, reaps the rewards for it. Yeah. Screw Macklemore. Screw him.
Yeah, unfortunately, that's kind of how the Grammys are. But, ladies and gentlemen, Lord have mercy, I'm looking at time. We are out of time, ladies and gentlemen.